It's DJ Wonder Chrissy. Got a good show for you again today. Thanks for joining again. Like, share, subscribe, check out our channel right down here, Land Cruiser Midwest. We got loads and loads of good content, and we're going to start doing some of these live streams for you to get the news to you guys faster. So let's talk about yesterday. We were out and about with my partner Susie Q from Susie Q Slots. Check out her content. If you love going to casinos, you love hand pays, you love jackpots, you love slot bonuses, you'll love her content. So check out some of the Susie Q content, which you can find right here on Land Cruiser Midwest. We put it right out there for you. And check it out. It's some great stuff. But anyway, we were out and about. We happened to cross Woodfield Mall. Okay, so we're like, 2 weeks from the start of the Christmas shopping season and Black Friday, I guess, probably. Or maybe a week. Maybe it's just a week. A week and a half, week and a day or two. So anyway, Woodfield was empty. There was not a lot of people, and we went through Macy's. We had to go through Macy's. We were heading towards Garrett's. We decided to pick up some Garrett's Chicago mix popcorn, which Susie Q loves. So we walked through Macy's. The place was packed though with merchandise. My God. Like the cosmetic counter, there's like no place to walk. They got like stuff in the aisles, and it's like piled high in the cosmetic area. And some of the other places that we saw, I mean, there's just loads and loads of merchandise in those stores. So I don't know. It's they got a lot of stuff they got to get rid of, and hopefully 'tis the season will help them. We saw Santa Claus. They had the Santa Claus dome up there, and you get your picture taken with an authentic Santa Claus. We talked to him for a little bit, and he's ready. He's ready for the kiddies to come, and he's ready for the holiday season. So he seemed to be in pretty chipper spirits, and he looked real. He looked real. He had a real beard and everything, and he was just hanging out. There was like no kids there. So I don't know. We'll see how the holiday season goes, but it's kind of, if you're asking me, it's not starting off on a very good note. Although it was a Wednesday, right? It's during the middle of the week. Maybe not a lot of people shopping, but got my trusty Hooter mug here, folks. We'll talk more about that. We did go to Hooters and have some chicken wings. World best chicken wings. So let's talk about that a little bit. I enjoy going there like maybe once every 2 months for some ice cold Coors Light and hot wings. So we walk in and we're being shown to our table, and what do we see but this big life-size cardboard cutout of a Hooter girl with kegs of beer behind her and next to her, and they're advertising the Hooter girl calendar that's coming out. But that wasn't the only thing they were advertising. If you look closely, those kegs of beer had Bud Light smeared all over them. It was, I don't know, it was cheesy, right? This is the extent that Bud Light is going to now to bring the consumer back. I mean, they obviously are supporting or promoting these calendars and probably made a promotional fee to get their name all over the calendar too. But so we walk in and we see this, there's this big life-size cardboard cutout of a girl holding some chicken wings and maybe a calendar or something. And like I said, there was like 8 or 9 beer kegs behind her and next to her, and they all had Bud Light posted on it. So there you go. I just put out a video a couple of days ago. We were at the local Walmart, and I did hear in the news recently that October's month-over-month sales for Bud Light, if not all Budweiser products, was down 30% again. So they're still treading water with the American consumer, and it doesn't seem like the American consumer is coming back, folks. So I did a video show you the empty spaces and what beers people are buying. Miller Lite, Corona, and Coors Light. They were in what's the other one? The Modelo. There was a lot of Modelo missing. So you look at the Bud and the Bud Light, there's maybe 2 or 3 cases missing. The other ones had huge empty gapping holes. So people aren't buying that crap. That's good. That's good. I saw Kid Rock on Fox the other day. He's kind of walking back saying he never meant to have a boycott or anything like that. And, UFC is in a partnership now with Bud Light. They're trying to buy themselves back into the consumer's heart. But I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. Like I said, I never really. Bud was okay, but what I liked was Michelob. When I was younger, I used to love Michelob, and I could get a 6-pack of Michelob for like $3.50, $4. But now they don't even make Michelob. It's like this Michelob Ultra crap. I used to like it when they come in a brown bottle with the gold foil top on them. Oh, that was good stuff. So I'm not sure if they make it anymore, or you really just got to look really, really hard to find it. But most stores you're not going to find Michelob. So there you go on that. So Woodfield Mall, Hooters. What else did we see yesterday? It looks like Brandon Johnson. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Is in the news again. He can't help himself. So he's coming out with a new program or new rules for the migrants, similar to what they're doing in New York City, where they're only going to give them 60 days in the shelter and then they're on their own. I also saw too that the city council, he's coming up with his budget for next year, and people are shaking their heads because he's only allocating $140 million for the migrant crisis. Yet, this year they're going to spend 250. So I'm not sure what's going to change to cause him to save money. I guess maybe a lot of the money he spent this year is startup money. I don't know. But it only takes, someone shoving more and more buses up this way to ruin his budget. So there you go. That's politics for you. So also heard that things are getting nasty in New York City. The mayor, Eric Adams of New York City, is now in the process of slashing budgets by 5%, which there should be enough fat in the budgets of any big American city to withstand a 10 to 15% budget cut, folks. I worked in corporate America, and they would slash budgets by 15% at the drop of a hat, and they had a stringent budgeting process where, cities, once you get it into a budget, it's there forever. So, but he's making it sound like it's the end of the world. So he's saying he's cutting all departments by 5%, but maybe he needs more than that. And he's just not telling anybody. So so there's the news on the migrant crisis. You know, here in Chicago, they're sending some home, I guess. Some that would like to get out of here after our Halloween snow storm that we had. We got a nice little dusting of snow around Halloween, and it got cold, but it's going to be nice today. It's going to be 67. I might take the Land Cruiser out today for a drive. Last drive of the year, I would think. Most of the tree leaves are down. There's some hanging on, but most of them are down. I got to mow the grass maybe one more time this year. End of November, they quit taking grass clippings, so that's my last hurrah, I guess, is November 27th or something like that. So I usually like to suck up all my leaves a little bit. They're holding out now, but I still got a couple of trees that still have some leaves on them. But so we're getting to the end of that. It's about time to get the snowblower out. Let's talk a little bit about houses around here. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I did a video probably about 6-7 weeks ago about houses that we had 5 houses on my block. We got like 30 houses on this block. 5 of them went up for sale in a matter of 2-3 weeks. Granted, there was reasons for some of these houses going up for sale. There was people just moving. No real sad stories. But the scary part is 3 of the houses were adjacent to my lot. So they were literally touching my lot and they were for sale. So I'm here to tell you, so all of them have sold. All 5 of these houses have sold. All 5 of these houses were sold at a discount for various reasons. Okay, so let's talk about each one. So down the street, there was a beautiful 3,200 square foot house built in the 1990s, mid-1990s. Beautiful house, granite countertops, you know, beautiful baker or cook's stove. I mean, just an immaculate house. Immaculate house. That house was on the market for about 5 to 6 months, and they were asking $450,000. They ended up, after 5.5 months, selling it at taking $10,000 loss, or taking $10,000 off their asking price. So they sold it for $440,000. They wanted $450,000. The sad part, though, is it's a retired couple. They're moving to Richmond, Virginia, to be closer to family. And when I talked to them, they said that, you know, housing in Richmond, Virginia is just unbelievable. It's kind of scarce, and the prices are ridiculous, which it seems to be the common theme here. We'll talk about another one when we get to it. So that's that one. There's another one that's kind of behind me, and a couple were selling it. It was like $350,000 that they listed it for. They ended up selling it for like $330,000, I think. But the thing here is, they wanted to get out so quickly. They actually had an offer for $350,000, but it was going to take like 2 to 3 months to close. So they actually took a lesser offer. They took like a $10,000 discount or $15,000 discount on the house to close quickly so they could be done, and they moved to Iowa. So that was that story. Okay, so now there's another one over here where this is probably the most tragic story of all of them, but it was an elderly couple that were both of them were somewhat sickly, and they tragically, or passed away last year. So, or actually this year, Both of them passed away this year, and the family, in a matter of a couple of months, the family cleaned out the house, and house was worth like about 360. It was listed for like 340, so it was. They really wanted to sell it quickly, and they pretty much did. I think they sold it in the first week that it was listed. They took a $10,000 reduction. They ended up selling for 330, I believe. So there you go. On that one, it's kind of like almost a 5% discount there. So the common theme. So we got the last one. The last one was a friend that I know. We'll call him Sam. Call him Sam. His house is was worth like about 400 grand. It's comparable to mine. It's worth 400 on the open market, but he spent about $40,000 to $50,000 upgrading and fixing some stuff that needed to be fixed. I think he went a little above and beyond. But he started listing his house at 440, which was what I would do, right? He overpriced it because he put a lot of money into it, just to see what the market could bear. But he had no bites for like the first month or so. Very few people to show up to look at it, let alone no offers. People wanted the new open concept kitchen, which his wasn't, and they even went as far as had some engineers come in. Some of the people that were looking at had engineers come in and see if they could open it up and this and that. And I don't think it was going to be an easy fix. So those people didn't even make an offer. But so as the fall went on, and he kind of decided he wanted to get out of Illinois as quickly as possible because he's moving to Kansas City for a new job, and so he wanted to move on with his life, which I totally respect that. When you move on, you got to move on, because if you don't sell it by now, like right this week, you're going to be in that house until February or March or even April of next year, because come Thanksgiving and Christmas and the New Year, people aren't looking at houses. So we're entering into the downtime of the housing cycle. So he began a pretty aggressive reduction in prices. He ultimately had an offer at $389, which even that is a discount over what it was worth. It was worth at least $400. And then at the last minute, that one fell through. I guess the guy got cold feet. He backed out. And then a couple days later, a lady saw it, and she made a $380 offer, another $9,000 down from that last asking price, and he ended up selling it. So that one is closed. I feel bad for him that he kind of missed the market. He should have had it on the market earlier in the summer. It didn't hit the market till August 1st, and the prices have come down. I think he just got caught in the crunch because obviously, right, you talk about 5 houses here. They all went for less than asking, where 2 years ago, prices of houses around here, there was like a 10 to 15% premium being given on houses over asking price. So we are seeing the slow eroding of housing prices here in my area. Look for it to happen in your area. Now there's really not, like I said, there's not a lot of houses on the market around here at this point. There's a few, but I got a feeling once the new year comes, we'll probably be seeing more and more people listing their houses for various reasons. So we may start to see the collapse of the housing market in various markets. I'm hearing places like Las Vegas are going underwater and can be going down further. I know someone that just bought a house in Vegas, so I hope they know what they're doing, and I hope they can stay there for quite a long time, because once house prices go down, they don't come back very quickly. So just a little advice for you guys. I've been through the 2008 financial crisis, so I got a frame of reference here, folks. I have a frame of reference, and I hope all the other folks that lived through that learn some good lessons. And the lessons I can give you is stay out of debt. Whatever, if you go into a large purchase like that, you better know what you're doing and have a plan, because you're not going to be able to quickly sell your property at all, let alone get the price that you paid for it at any given point in time as we move forward, depending on the market that you're in. So be careful what you do. And stay out of debt. It's much easier to stay out of debt than to get yourself out of debt. And I've been seeing stuff on the news now, going back to the retail stuff, where they're saying now a lot of these retailers have buy now, pay later programs that you can initiate right at the cash register. So, be careful with your holiday purchases too. Don't go into debt. I think I heard a statistic that 25% of people who buy Christmas gifts end up putting $1,500 on their credit cards to be able to afford the holidays. So that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. And I think I just saw, too, the average credit card debt on a person in the United States now is at $8,000, folks. The average person is carrying $8,000 of debt on their credit cards, and the average credit card is costing anywhere from 20 to 24% interest, folks. With rates like that, you will go under rather quickly. So buyer beware. So let's talk a little bit about inflation. Here's a number that really doesn't get put in the news. And do you know what inflation is costing every consumer or every family on a yearly basis? When we first entered into this inflation scenario, was like $7,300. I just saw yesterday there was a statistic or report where inflation is now costing the average consumer or family of four $9,600 a year more. Yeah, let me say that again. Inflation is costing the average family of four $9,600 a year, and that is coming out of your paycheck. It's coming out of your savings. It's getting put onto credit cards. It's sopping up home equity lines. Wherever the money's coming from, it's getting spent, and it's going away. There's also reports that the consumer is tapped out. So another reason to stay away from these buy now, pay later schemes is most consumers are broke, beyond broke now. And now we're talking about needing the consumer to save the economy for the holidays. It's not a good scenario, folks. So hunker down. Maybe this is a year that you don't give gifts, or you rethink what price range of giving you are going to do. Because, as I said, there's a lot of people that are totally broke at this point. And some of those people have common sense and some of them don't. So, word to the wise, stay out of debt, because it's easier to stay out of debt than it is to get out of debt. So with that, hey, with those low ball or bad thoughts, it's reality, folks. So that's what we give you here. We give you a little bit of reality. With that, I'm going to end the show for today. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out all the other videos on our channel, and hope to see you guys later. Over and out. DJ Wonder Chrissy.